Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And the sun is going down, but that's okay. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch more work. Look at what I've done! Yeah, I did a lot over here. So I put in Igor. I got enough gold to finish off Igor there and finish off the turret. And I put in kind of this little observation area so that we can play around with it. I haven't fired it up because I wanted to do that with you guys. And, well, that's shooting some dogs. Those turrets have been working great. Not that turret. Those turrets. Well, not that turret. The turrets underneath have been shooting dogs left and right, which makes me a little sad, but it also is highly functional. And then I decided I'm going to need a lot of refineries and assemblers and all of the above, so I started putting some in. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. Hopefully that'll be enough. Oh, I'm sure it will be. But anyway, I just wanted to show off that really quick, and now I'm going to go and do a whole bunch more to this. I need to add in upgrades. I need to put in lights. I need to probably finish off this little area here. That kind of thing. I need to put in a computer and set up Tim so it can actually manage our refineries when the MBT is gone, but I think I'll do that later. Anyway, I just wanted to show off what I've done so far, and now you can see what else I'm going to do. I thought about enclosing this as well. Not because it needs to be enclosed, but because it would be fun to have it enclosed and look awesome. That is all. Well, it's been a couple of days since I last recorded, and I've got a whole bunch of things to tell you about. So, I want to start with one thing really quick. I'm just going to go ahead and turn off my turrets here. And all the new turrets, which I should probably group up. So this is the, I don't know, platform. Oh, Hilltop turrets. I already have those. Why didn't I do that before? Okay. I'm just going to shut them off. And you'll see why in a few minutes. Okay. And then you'll also notice there's no longer a hole down here. And that's because I got a wonderful suggestion, thank you, Shane, for how to speed up my loading times as well as improve performance and all kinds of things. And that is by replacing the some of the voxel files with older versions. So this planet is now equivalent to the way it was at the end of Season 0, the beginning of Season 1, which is before I turned on all the meteors. So it's not pocked with all kinds of horribleness and whatnot. It's kind of back to... It's still got some mining that's been done, but that was all kind of done before I left for the moon. Anyway, that's all. Alright, so you can see the huge difference. This is the size of the files from the beginning of Season 1. This is the size of the files from a few moments ago before I replaced a couple of them. I only replaced the Earth and the Moon because those were the biggest ones, and I didn't want to mess up some of the other stuff I'd done. Like that cool artifact we created on Mars by accident. You know, I didn't want to lose that. So. Uh-oh, what's going on over here? Oh, I'll bet you I know what's going on over there. And this is the other thing I did. Alright, let's take a look. Yep. So this is the turn wolves into zombies mod. And that is obviously our mod of the day. So it's very cool. There's a link in the description, as always. And it doesn't do a whole lot other than, well, it turns wolves into zombies. And those wolves, we don't have to listen to wolves die anymore. That's what it really comes down to. And other than that, it's pretty much the exact same thing. But it's cool. I love the animations and the sounds and all that kind of thing. And it also, as it was pointed it was pointed out that it makes a whole lot more sense for zombies to be running around with random components than for wolves to be running around with random components. So, yeah, I like that mod. So we're going to keep that one around. Let me go ahead and turn the turrets back on so we can actually, you know, kill them before having to run down there and kill them ourselves. All right, MBT turrets on, and what was it? Hilltop turrets on. There we go. I think this place has been officially named Hilltop now. Officially, unofficially, I'm not sure. One of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to turn this on and off nice and simply, and the easiest way to do that is to throw in a button panel. So I'm going to throw in a button panel, I think, right here, because that's a good spot. I can kind of stand and watch things happen there. And then I also want some TIM information. I was thinking I'll stick those on the refineries over here, maybe. I'm not sure. I also need a spot for the TIM computer. Wouldn't mind having like a little office somewhere, you know? You know, let's just do it right here. I'm just going to go ahead and stick a programmable block right there and a timer block right there. And we can change it later if we want to. All right, let's go ahead and while those build up, Igor, go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and program this so that the beam drill can be toggled on and off. And let me see, can we do, if I take this, I put it down here, do I get the, okay, collect stone on and off, but I don't know, actually I just want collect stone off. I just never want that on at all. So now I can just press this, it turns collect stone off, and then this starts collecting stuff. Okay. That's good. Let's go ahead and turn that off for now. We'll get Tim set up real quick. All right, so he's all set up. He's being ignored for right now because the TIM on the MBT is functioning, but that's okay. We just want to be ready for that. And then I'm thinking, let's set up our screens over here. Which, by the way, I removed my yellow highlight remover. Removed the remover. The thing that removes the yellow highlight because it hasn't been updated and there's the new... they finally added arrows, so thank you, Keen. That is hugely thank you. That's all I'm saying. It's just thank you. Also, I discovered something interesting. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to have some fun with this. There is a really cool new thing with the new version of TIM that allows you to... Okay. Trying to do two things at once. All right. So the new version of TIM actually allows you to combine screens. So I just kind of want to take a look and see what that looks like. We're going to go ahead and do, yeah, wide LCD. And we're going to do InVen. And then, and it's not thinking. I have a feeling that the new, or that the old programmable block that's, yeah, that's what I thought. Edit, remember and exit. And that's all you need to do. Okay. So this new one, notice how it says it's got ammo magazines, components, gas container objects, and like all of the above on there. But it's all very, very tiny and doesn't even fit on the screen. But we can actually use the span controls. So if I do span 1 wide and 2 tall, now it fits, almost fits all of them on there. They might be just a little ridiculous to be trying to fit everything on here. But the other thing we can do is instead of InVen, we can do colon or colon ingot. And we get ores and ingots on that one. And let's go ahead and increase the font size. Oh, I don't want span anymore if I'm going to do that. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, it actually ended up sticking ores on the top and ingots on the bottom. Huh, that's funny. Okay. And then I can have components over here. Tim Inven colon combo span colon 1 wide and 2 tall. And there we go. So we got all our components over there. That's kind of cool. And actually, that can get a little bit bigger. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Actually, let's just tell us to do basically that creates maximum size. If you just make it really big, it'll shrink so it fits. So there, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so now we actually know what we have and what we don't have. So ingots is the one that's the most important down here. So we don't have any platinum. We're almost out of silver. Well, basically out of silver. And gold. And we know that there's gold down there somewhere, so let's go ahead and turn that on. Go get some gold! Alright. Now, I think it's trying to get stone right now. Let's see if we can do this and take a look. Yeah, so mining target iron, currently mining stone. That's not really what I want. Also, every time I start, it resets all my colors too. Hey, collect stone off, please. I even had a button for it. Is it still collect stone off? It just doesn't remember it. Or maybe that button doesn't work right. Oh well. Alright, and then the other thing is apparently this aiming radius doesn't really work right. So, and I also want to do this and tell it to get gold first. Then get all the other things. Excuse me. Okay, so now it should be going for gold. Hopefully. It's going straight down, so it must be going for gold. So in a few seconds, we should be getting some gold ore here. Any moment now. Hey, let's see how fast a quick save works. Wow. Okay. So happy about that. I could actually turn autosave back on now. Are you going to be getting gold anytime soon? Someday? Maybe? I mean, you are aiming at gold, right? I know it's pretty deep, but... Should we go down and take a look a little more? Ooh, I need more lights down here. In theory, this doesn't hurt me to fly into this, so... Yep, should be fine. It's a little weird, but... Whoa. Hey, it just hit gold. Nice. Ow. Okay. Maybe it was the rocks flying up that was hurting me? Ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Getting out of there. Don't want to die. Don't want to die. Don't want to die. Oh, jeez. Oh, hey. Thank you. Well, that was unpleasant. But it should be getting gold now, right? Yay, we're getting gold. So we've got 30,000 gold. And all 9 refineries are working on the gold. And they're getting through it pretty quick. And we're working on superconductors. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay. Well, I'm going to let that just kind of keep going. We probably should keep an eye on uranium, though. Because, yeah, look at the uranium. So, we're, Oh, but we've got 50k of uranium ore, so Tim will automatically start refining that as soon as it needs it. So we should be good to go. Alright, so I kind of changed the layout here for real quick. Let me get those off the screen. And I set up the ores and ingots over here because I need to be able to see those, but I don't spend a lot of time looking at them. And then, of course, components nice and big. This is the status indicator. It's not horrendously useful, but we do want to keep an eye on that load. If that ever hits 100%, which it shouldn't get anywhere close to that, then Tim's won't work anymore. We'll have to do some stuff. But this one up here is the debug panel, and you might remember that from the old MBT. Well, the trailer still has it up there, way off in the distance up there somewhere. And this just tells us what's going wrong. Well, I've been slowly fixing the various different issues that have popped up on here. Little things like, there's nowhere to store such and such, and I had hydrogen bottles listed as going into, I think, an oxygen tank somewhere. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention at some point in time, so I just got rid of those. And I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out why it was having trouble placing ammo magazines. It says container may be full. And then down here, it's saying that there's no conveyor connection between the beam drill and this small cargo container. It's like, that's so strange. It took me a while. And some of you are already going, hey, I know what the problem is. But anyway, I finally realized that there's this little thing with the beam drill, in that in order to, let's just do this drill turret, because the beam drill turret acts like a weapon, and you mod authors will be able to correct me on this, but I believe that they have to have some kind of ammo in order to function properly. But internally, it just basically, makes it so that the ammo doesn't get used up or whatever. But it has to be there for everything to function. Well, Tim was seeing that as ammo and wanting to move it to where we store our ammo, which is in those two cargo containers. But this isn't meant to be removed from the beam drill, so it was just throwing some errors. And I figured out a real simple way to solve that, and I just put in Tim hidden locked. And I put the X there just to disable it so you could see what was going wrong. But I put in Tim locked hidden like that, and now those errors all disappear. And now we only have two errors left, and that is that it can't figure out where to stick stone. Because every once in a while, this thing, if you start it up after reloading the server or whatever, it turns on collect stone. And my whole idea of having a button to turn that off was completely useless because it just doesn't work. It's a little bit of a buggy mod. But that's okay. It's fairly minor. And so we ended up with a bunch of extra stone. So I thought, okay, time to figure out some fun ways to get rid of stone. And I came up with something sort of like, this is kind of the standard way of handling it. So you put a sorter, and on that, you tell that sorter to export stone into a connector, and then you have the connector just throw out. Okay? And I even just, let's turn on the lights here. And I even just told Tim to go ahead and stick that in there. And you know what, Igor, you're kind of ticking me off here. You're just picking it right back up again, aren't you? That's really not helping me. So I've got a couple of ways to deal with that. I hadn't even noticed that part. But I had some fun ideas anyway. One is, wouldn't it? We've got this like hold of the center of the earth kind of thing going on right over here anyway. Wouldn't it be kind of fun to just have it drop all of these into there? Yeah, I think it would be, whether you do or don't. So we're going to do it. And I figured the funnest way to do that is just to build a little trough. Whoops. Not beam, for one thing, but beam. So the beam drill turret can be manually controlled, as we found out the first time we ever used it. And, let's see if we can find that there. You can just fire this thing, right? So if we kind of... Why is it not doing anything? Well, that makes me sad. Well, I probably have to grind it down and put it back again. It's probably what would solve that problem. I don't feel like doing that. So we're just going to do it the lame way. And that is just grab ourselves a drill and do it by hand. Okay. We're going to go and drill a little trough. Because it's really not going to take that long. I just thought it'd be fun to use the beam drill turret. So let's go do that. And then... Alright, let's see. So, something along... My goodness. Okay. So, this direction. Let's do a little bit more. I think... Is that going to do it? Nah, not exactly. We'll get a little bit more. I'm going to do a primary, like a left click here and kind of precision it a little bit. Come on, you can do it. Will you guys roll for me? And I'm thinking, yeah, look at that. They're going right over the edge. Make it a little bit easier so they don't get stuck. And I will make sure I don't fall down there. Alright, so let's try turning that back on again. And I'm betting that even though there's some stacked up here, we're just going to get them... After a second, they should start falling off the pile in the right direction and ending up... Aww. Now they're despawning. That's not fun. Come on, we can do better than that. I want them to roll down. Yes, I know. The whole point is to have them despawn. That's what you normally do. Because they're space engineers, after a certain number, will appear... It'll start despawning them in order to save on resources. Computer resources, that is. But I just think it'd be a lot more fun to have them fall down there. Because I like doing fun things with stone. Come on. Start rolling down. You guys are lame. Be free! Lame! I might have to install the concrete mod just so that I can make this slope a little better. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. Let's make a slope. Why didn't I think of that? Wait, I did. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So we'll just kind of... Let's just make a base like this. And then... Can I do... Yeah, so if I do something like that... And then... like that. Haha! That gives it a little bit of momentum. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove that old button there, and I'm going to put in that connector, which I believe I made... Yeah, connector eject Tim Orestone P99. So it's the last place ore will go. And throw out on or off should do it. So now, if I hit that, it'll start releasing stone. And sliding down and stopping. I dropped a couple of tests and it worked great. Dang it. Alright, we're going to try this out one more time. Can I stand over here? Alright, let's see how that works. Can't really see from up here. Remember how I said one more time? I didn't mean that. Nope, did not mean that. I meant a couple more times. Alright, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. I might have to use, like, strengthened armor, heavy armor there. Because it's doing a lot of damage as it does that, but that's way more fun. I'm hoping, I think it might be getting out of range before Igor can get it. I'm not sure. Let's find out. If we go down to the bottom, we'll see. Aha, see? I don't think Igor can get down here. Darn it! Ah, it's still fun. Oh, jeez, that's dangerous. Bye. Yeah. Like I said, I love coming up with creative ways to use stone. Or not use, get rid of stone. We'll find more too. There's always more creative ways to get rid of stone. Oh, one last thing I wanted to mention. I was fiddling with something, I can't remember what it was, and I noticed I had warheads in my inventory in the control panel. And I could not figure out where in the world I had put warheads. And I started wondering, did somebody sneak onto my server when I wasn't paying attention or something? And then I realized that at some point in time, nobody pointed it out to me, at some point in time, I actually managed to put warheads in here instead of decoys. So I need to replace these. Because you got to admit, see, that's a warhead, and that's a decoy. And they don't look entirely different. I want to show you. Look at this. I mean, right? It's yeah. Anyway, so I kind of screwed that up. That's okay. I think also that the welders that are underneath these are completely. Ooh, they are not completely disabled. Yeesh. Something must have happened with the range, though, because, yeah, they're not instantly... Yeah, they're on. There's no doubt that they are on. Weird. Yeah, they clearly decrease the range. Okay, that's a warhead that I don't want. There we go. All right, so we'll do the same thing on the other side. So the range on the welders is not more than 1 block. It's kind of too bad there. Oh well. One last thing. I was thinking about kind of overall plans. And, you know, eventually, like, for example, we have no silver. We're just completely out of silver. And we should probably get some more. And I also want to kind of start stockpiling, per se. So, yeah. We need to do that. I also need to finish up this base and make it self-sufficient, which means putting in some of its own reactors and its own cargo containers and that kind of thing. But we also need to go beyond this plateau in order to get ourselves some more materials. So that means you can see we've got some spots out there all the way around us. I'm sure we can find everything we need in this general area. And what I was kind of thinking is using this platform here as a sort of like rough draft for a mobile platform of sorts that would have a beam drill turret, a couple of reactors, and a cargo container. Basically, that's it. So we'd be able to pick it up with probably some sort of heavy lifter, lift it over to an area, and attach it down, probably with landing gear. And then just let the beam drill, you know, do its thing. Maybe we'd even put more than one beam drill on there. Then after it's gathered a whole bunch of stuff, pick it back up with that same heavy lifter, bring it back, dock it in, and unload it. And if we take a blueprint of that, we'd be able to make multiples of those and kind of have several of them out at various different locations. Yeah, that kind of thing. But that does mean turning this platform a little bit more into a manufacturing facility plus, landing area. We're going to have to make a lifter. I'm going to do a bunch of different things. And I think I've got some ideas for how to design that. As a matter of fact, come back soon because I've got a new way to design that I think you're going to enjoy. Come back soon. Come back always. I mean, come on, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button so that other people can find this. I mean, that's always helpful. As always, I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.